gotta leave it. But that's fair though. You gotta, well, if you pray more to the gods, they might give you more. I have to leave in about an hour, by the way. I have a shit ton of work still to do today, so I'm gonna take off.
Yeah, no, that's
sorry.
fine. No, you don't have to apologize. This is just a relaxation thing.
I don't want to go do what I'm going to do, though. That's the problem.
I know, it sucks.
Mark grateful for fucking presentations.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That sucks.
So are we technically in round 4 now? I think it's round 4, right?
Yeah, that'd be about right.
Okay. I've been trying to keep track of my far steps. Started on 1 or 2. And it lasts for a minute, so that's 6 rounds, right?
Did you far step up and then down? Or is it just down?
What do you mean? I think I far stepped up and then back down again, yeah.
And then to the puddle.
And then to the puddle. I can use it as many times as I... Yeah, that's at least 3 times. But a minute is 6 rounds, right? Because it's 10 seconds. Oh, it's
10 rounds. 6 seconds around.
That lasts a while. Man, I could use far step and then expeditious retreat and really move during my combat phases.
Yeah, you're an escape artist.
And along with Misty Step, I gotta, it's so long between us actually getting into fights that I forget I can do certain things.
Right, and that's the whole point. You're supposed to space it out a little bit so that you're completely different the next time you fight. I know it's hard to get used to, but when you're in a big city, you don't have like skirmishes all the time. Not like if you're out in the woods and you have to, like fend off your campsite from wolves or something. Or duck and hide when you see a dragon come overhead or something like that.
I think my favorite attack is still my Gulthius Thorns. I like shooting people with those.
Yeah, no, it's a really good ability. Pretty cool for a racial ability. You're back in, but we can't hear you. What's that, Thomas?
I was just asking Kit if he asked you about the blood.
Oh, so he had a good point.
Nothing.
Since I am the offspring of the Gulthius tree, which was technically like a vampire undead tree, can I absorb blood like I can water to heal myself?
I mean, there is a water content to blood, so maybe.
Honestly, I think I'm about to try. I'm still standing in the pot. I can just try to absorb it and see what happens.
I mean, Saki is literally pointing the decanter of endless water at you and about to shoot 5 gallons of water at you, so better...
30, do 30!
But I don't know that, so...
True.
And yell prestidigitation when you do it.
Am I back?
You're back!
Okay.
Hooray!
Hooray!
All right, so we were on Safkeen's turn. Sorry about that.
Okay, yeah, Safkeen's just gonna douse Xavier in water to clean him off.
All right, you point the decanter of endless water and say...
Dream. It's only going for 5 gallons.
Drink and blast a 5-gallon burst of water straight at Xavier's face, and it splashes against you and wipes away a little bit of the gooey blood kind of down to your chest, but your lower half's still covered. So a little bit more water in the puddle.
Up and down, like a little shower.
Yeah, you kind of aim it around, kind of like hosing off a dog.
Yeah.
I put my hands up and spin around.
Very nice. Yeah, he's pretty well clean.
Safkeen will just say, "I'm really, really sorry, Xavier, about that. I won't do that again."
completely okay. We learned a valuable lesson today that I can now use my explosives.
True.
And you have used Eidolon Ash, I think, before.
I think I did. I think in the Evo bomb.
Yep.
The Pyro
Evo bomb.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's just gonna turn and she's just gonna can she hold a wait, how far away? I'm just nervous that something's gonna come out of the portal. And yeah. She's gonna move over like I can't move Safkeen. Okay, I can move her. Huh? Did I move her? Did I make 2 Safkeens?
There she goes.
She'll move to like here. Yeah, she'll move to here. And then she will hold can she hold an unarmed strike?
Sure, I'll allow it.
Okay. And she'll just wait to see if something comes out.
All right. You'll smack the first thing that comes out in front of you. So on to Cece's turn. She's still arranging the pieces of the puzzle, but she hears Lindell yelling from outside and makes her way towards the door. Let's see here. And I think that's as far as she can go. Where's her character sheet? Movement. Yep, that's as far as she can get. You don't see her emerge yet from the vault. Next up is you.
Bonus action dash.
Okay. You's gonna run in and say, "Ordog's balls! A fucking mind stone!" And then across the cavern, she's gonna yell, "Jen! Looks like you're the master exorcist now!"
What?
And then, because I did take notes on this, Xavier Safkeen, remember, anything that comes out of there is resistant to radiant, piercing, punching, electrical, and force damage.
That's like everything I'm good at.
Yeah. This is what I remember about things from Otherwyr.
But you've also learned that they are vulnerable to whatever Jen did.
This must be why they call them mind stones. They're vulnerable to psychic damage. Don't worry, I don't have my psychic damage equipped either. We didn't think this through.
Mine's all gone now.
I have mind spike.
We're going to encounter a mind stone.
We definitely did not. This is actually... I actually think, Xavier, I think you have the right idea. Granny said that these were in pairs, and we had to destroy them in pairs, and we already destroyed one in Otherwyr. So we should blow this thing up and definitely not go through it. I don't want to go through it. Why are you covered in blood? Okay, you...
a very well articulated turn, and would you like to do anything with your action?
Yes, you is just going to try to do damage to the Mind Stone.
Okay.
But I did not study any damage dealing spells this morning because I thought we were Sherlock Holmesing around a castle to find a hookah.
See? Okay, it's not just me. All right.
No, I was on a Sherlock Holmes kick. It's all like locate, find.
Thank you.
Lindell's like, it was gonna be easy. We were just gonna investigate. Meanwhile, foaming at the mouth in his lap is Juniper.
So it's necromantic. It's the only type of damage I have right now. So I am going to just toll the dead and hope that a crystal doesn't have wisdom.
Well,
she's gonna hold out. She's gonna hold out her dagger and say, "Surely."
For the hell of it, I'm just gonna roll a die, but it does not, so it fails.
Okay, woo! Automatic win for toll the dead. Okay, so.
Stones and crystals aren't very wise, I guess.
Okay, that would be. Do I get to have
Break our
advantage
vote.
on? Oh, it's just an automatic win.
But Toll the
It's just
Dead.
an automatic win.
Okay. Toll the Dead is only 2d8, so it is 8 points of necrotic. So they only
8
take
points
4.
of necrotic. Very nice.
I'm not sure if I ever tried to hit the other one in Otherwyr with necrotic damage.
You see a little bit of the crystal does dissolve, kind of near where Xavier broke off a piece.
Hmm.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay.
But it is much hardier than the last Mind Stone.
Wait, I didn't write down how we destroyed the last Mind Stone. Does anybody remember what spell did it?
No.
Because I don't. Did Galadriel do it? Oh,
You mean Eladria?
Galadriel? Do you remember, Sofkeen?
No.
It was whenever I lost your sword, so I thought maybe Sofkeen would have some emotional attachment to that fight. Yeah! It's when the skeleton holding Sofkeen's sword got sucked into a black hole, you know.
I was there for that, but I don't remember what happened.
I
It
don't
was the early
remember.
days.
Very early.
don't
How did we
remember.
destroy it?
I can't find my old notebook either, so I don't
Yeah.
even know.
I'll go back and deep dive in my notes. We'll see.
Yeah, I didn't write what did it. I wrote something became smoke. Cool, cool, cool. I'm on fire. And then I wrote we touched. These are the notes I take. And then I said we all touched Granny's portal and escaped.
That sounds very wrong. I'm going to go on to Lindell. Yu's turn would be over as she's trying to parse this.
Okay.
Lindell, what are you doing?
Lindell's like, CC, aren't you a rogue and can move fast? Hurry up. And how is Juniper doing? She's stabilized. She's breathing okay.
She's stable. Yep.
Okay.
Just a little foam on the mouth.
Does she look injured? Like, is she? Does it appear like she's missing any like damage or hit points, or is this just like
Medicine
a condition
check.
thing?
You can roll a medicine check.
Sure. Come on, medicine. Oh, 17. Okay.
17, not bad. Looking over her, it doesn't look like she is, other than the current affliction, like there's no like bruises or scars or, cuts or anything like that, abrasions.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so cure wounds won't necessarily help in this scenario. So Lindell's going to make sure her head is nice and propped up. And one of the things that she had on her list to do this session, so she'll just do it now because she got nothing better to do.
Yep.
She really, 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 really needs to collect the ash from the wand that she saw that was in the corner of the room that disintegrated. The wand of polymorph.
Yeah, it's within reach.
So even if she like has to like scooch out and put her head back on the ground with like a cloak underneath it or something like that, she'll take out one of the many vials she stole off of Xavier for samples and go over and collect the wand ash as a sample.
Okay. I'll go ahead and add one sample of wand ash to your inventory.
Okay. Because if I have something of Bastion's, then I can scry on that bastard.
Good point.
You're thinking ahead.
So, right? So anyway, so she collects the ash, and then I guess she'll just go back to Juniper and just wait for Cece to come. And yeah, that's the end of my turn.
All right. Cece probably would have been able to get...
She doesn't hear any sounds of turmoil from down below, right? Like, she's not hearing
no.
like, I'm dying, no.
No, but you do hear the clunk of the elevator that has just reached the bottom.
Okay, yeah, so I couldn't go down anyways. Okay, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, and Cece would have been able to get a little further. She had to get up out of prone, but then with the dash action, she would have made it right to the doorway.
She's still gonna comment about, aren't you supposed to be fast or something?
Okay. Very well. Next up is Xavier. Oh, actually, hang on. Xavier, you hear that trilling sound getting louder and more intense as something is definitely approaching. You start to see the outline of almost like somebody has a bright blue flashlight that is shining from behind the portal, and a little bit of the light spills out into the material plane onto the floor. You see just a band of bright blue light coming from the opposite side of the portal.
Huh. That can't be good.
Blue can't be bad.
Okay.
Crap. I don't have anything that is good against this. I guess he's still convinced that destroying the stone might destroy the portal. So he's going to pour on the damage to the section he's already hit of crystal and let loose with another couple of blasts of Eldritch energy.
All right, onto the crystal.
Yeah. Do I still
All
roll
right.
the hit? I assume?
Yep. Go ahead and roll. Again, it's like hitting a barn. No problem. Both hit.
All right.
Go ahead and roll damage.
No. You roll in that one. I can't seem to get it to roll.
Looks like
With the
20
bonus.
points.
Oh, maybe it did roll with a bonus.
Yeah, I think it might have.
Oh, it did. It rolled with a +3 that time.
Yeah. So 20 points.
Yep.
All right, very nice. Blast. You do manage to make a crack in the crystal, a slight one, but it's still there.
Okay.
All right, are you gonna stay put?
Yeah, I'm gonna teleport actually.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna first step to like right here. That way, the three of us kind of have it in a bit of a crossfire if anything comes through.
Fair enough. I can rotate your character so that you're.
Oh yeah.
Maybe if I can grab the handle. There we go.
There we go.
Okay. Yep. So that's Xavier's turn. On to who are we on? Genevieve.
I want to move first. So 5,
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And while I'm moving, I want to yell, are we shooting this rock towards Xavier?
Yes, destroy the stone. I have a theory.
Okay. So,
But
as
she
plans
did
her
hear
duty-
you. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you? Go ahead. You go
I
first.
thought you did hear you yell earlier that it's resistant to radiant, piercing, punching, electrical, and force damage. Maybe.
Oh.
I know, me too. I'm necrotic, but I don't know if it's doing much.
My Eldritch Blast is all force.
So are the things that come out of it. That's the thing. Okay,
Xavier, you've only really attacked the crystal so far, the Mind Stone, and it seems to be doing the normal amount of damage with your Eldritch Blast.
My Eldritch Blast. Okay, cool.
All right.
With
So
the
I'm gonna
force
plant
damage,
my seed.
anyway. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Brian. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. I'll just wait.
Oh,
Okay, plant both your feet, and I'm going to take out my bells and start ringing them to cast a second level spell of Shatter. on
Shatter. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Perfect.
Very good. Okay. Let's go back to Shatter.
Shatter is 3d8. It needs to make a con save of 16. So rock, roll.
It failed.
Yay! Perfect. All right, d8.
I didn't even roll.
Perfect.
And doesn't Shatter do like
First-
double damage to constructs or something like that? Like,
I think it does. Yeah.
Let's see. So there's a loud ringing noise that goes over that trilling noise, becomes painfully intense, and erupts out from a point in the crystal. You guys aren't sure if this is whatever's coming closer or something Genevieve is doing, but it becomes so ear-piercingly loud, especially for Safkeen, that you hold your hands over your ears, and then all of a sudden there is a crack of thunder, and you are just out of range, Safkeen. Yep. So 3d8
3d8.
Oh, 14 thunder damage. 14 thunder damage.
14 thunder damage
No.
as the crack of thunder pierces through the high-pitched, intense noise. Let's see. Of course, it had disadvantage.
Yep.
And what level did you cast it at? Just second?
2.
Yeah, second. Okay, very good. So 14 points of damage. Another crack
I think it was-
forms on the opposite side of the crystal. But no pieces fall off.
Pieces off. I'm done. That's me.
All right, next up is Juniper, who is still stable but unconscious. On to Safkeen.
Nothing comes through. Can I see anything coming through anything?
The light.
Yes, you do see a band of light, like coming diagonally out away from you, from the entrance to that portal.
But nothing tangible.
Roll a perception check.
Mm.
No. I got 8.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just like there's wisps and bands of like a smoky fog blowing past through the portal, but you can't make out anything material or concrete through it.
Okay. Kind of tempted to.
To punch a crystal?
No, to cast gust of wind at the door of the portal.
Oh, knock stuff
Oh,
back.
just
Yeah.
keep it inside. That could work.
Maybe she'll try that. Plus, it disperses any vapor. So,
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah. Because they're shadows. Some of the things are shadow, so it would disperse a shadow. Oh, wait. Does that make sense? I don't know.
So, for the sake of this, it comes from a point of your choosing within range and goes the direction of your choosing. There are 4 squares right around the portal, like northeast, west, and then southeast and west. Just tell me which one you want it in.
I mean, where's the light coming from?
The light is coming from the northeast, so if you were to center it on the southwest and point it that direction, it would blow back in through the portal.
Okay, then she wants it to be there.
Okay. So on that point, you cast Mist.
Do it.
Okay, and let's do this with blue, so we know what it is.
So it's a line of strong wind 60 feet long and 10 feet wide.
Feet long and 10 feet wide, so it'd actually go out to here and that direction, like that. And you notice that there is a little bit of a mist or vapor that does rush back into the portal when you cast the spell.
Ooh, good idea.
But you can still see the intense light being cast through your gust spell.
That's fine.
All right. Would you like to move?
No. I think she'll stay put.
All right, staying put. Next up is Cece, who does emerge from the vault and sees you holding Juniper. She's going to rush over. Perfect. Okay. And she leans down and checks Juniper. She's going to do a check on her real quick. She shakes her head no, and lifts her up by the back of the neck and kind of gets her upright and opens her mouth and starts like pulling the foam out. And that's what she's going to do with her action. I think that she's prone now, so she's going to end her turn there. Next, you hear that trilling noise get more intense. The light gets even brighter as something continues to approach despite the gust spell.
Am I gonna close the hole?
Let's see, and now you can see emerging through the portal right in front of the gust spell. Let's... Oh, it won't let me change light. No, it killed the game.
What would cast light in Otherwyr? Somebody moving through Otherwyr, maybe with a light source.
Anglerfish.
Not a shadow creature.
Maybe
I was-
Maybe it's Lafayette.
If he comes out, we're all shooting him right. If he comes out of there,
you guys know where Lafayette is.
yeah. Wait, Lafayette's in half.
On mantelpiece.
Yeah, you
He's
guys
in
all
my-
know where Lafayette is.
But what
He's
if this
gonna
is a
be a
time
centaur.
thing and like he did this before going back and then he came out and died? And...
There
I
we go.
hope it's not a lich. They seem to worship liches. Are liches from Otherwyr though in this world? They're not from Otherwyr, are they?
Liches are... They're usually caused when someone wants more power than they can handle, and it starts to kind of devolve and decay their form into a lich. But they are very powerful immortal creatures. But usually it's when a mortal creature becomes immortal, it twists them like this.
Okay, so they're from the normal plane. They're not like from Otherwyr.
Right, but they're always tied to a physical object, a phylactery, that if you destroy, it destroys the lich. So they can keep coming back.
Yeah.
So it's, undead regenerator kind of, but really high level spellcasters. They're so high level that they've just achieved immortality, but with a cost. Okay, so through the portal, you see this horrifying creature that is screaming in this high-pitched tone, an open mouth and eyes that look like they are being incinerated out of their kind of smoky skull figure, holding up their hands, watching them burn, and there's this intense core of blue energy swirling inside their chest, emanating a vaporous cloud of who knows what kind of particles that are being blasted back into the portal with the gust spell. But the light does emerge through the portal, bathing you, Safkeen, and Xavier in this light, which is very intense where Safkeen is. And Safkeen, you begin to feel your flesh begin to burn as this creature emerges through. You and Xavier, you guys feel a little bit of discomfort too, bathed in this bright light that almost blinds you, except for the smoky form of this tortured creature. This is what is called a nebula.
Can I ask to make a strength check?
A strength check?
Yeah.
What are you trying to do?
Otherwise, it gets pushed back 15 feet.
Yeah, it already passed its strength roll. I rolled it as it was walking toward,
Okay.
and it passed. But the vapor is still being pushed into Otherwyr.
Its movement is halved as well.
What's that?
Its movement is halved. Not that it matters because we're all like right next to it, but.
Yeah. It actually, it's floating up off of the ground, slightly. So you think that this creature can probably either levitate or fly. Let's see here. I'll describe what you guys see. Well, I kind of did already. But yeah, it emerges through. It sees all of you, and see if anything happens here. So start your turn. Okay. And yeah, the particles are being blown back. Okay, very good. So that's its turn. On to you.
You recognizes a nebula as a creature of Otherwyr?
You've heard of them. You've never seen one before.
Okay. Then you is going to because I cannot do damage very well with the damage things. You is going to run up to where Safkeen is,
Mm-hmm.
kind of behind her. That's 15 feet.
Yeah, you feel the burning intensity get even stronger the closer you get to it.
Okay. And I'm going to grab onto her from behind, and I'm going to grab my tattoo and cast the consecration weakness on both of us.
Excellent. Very good. Okay, you cast it,
I'm gonna
and yeah, go ahead.
black smoke fills both of our eyes, my eyes, which you guys are used to seeing, but then Safkeen's little fishy eyes. So black smoke will just start pouring off of Safkeen.
Right, and Safkeen, it's almost like time is slowing down as this black smoke enters all of your orifices, your eyes, your mouth, your nose, your ears, and glazes over your eyes with this grayish vision that lowers the intensity of the light that this creature is emitting. All of the rest of you see the smoke pouring out of Yu's tattoos as it twists wildly on her arm and is absorbed into both you and Safkeen. You have the same vision. You've seen it once before, and the two of you now looking at this creature can see inside the kind of like radiating core of this creature are three very distinct glowing motes of light. And
Okay,
you would know these are weak points.
So the weakness consecration tattoo, Safkeen, allows you to see the weak points in any creature from Otherwyr. And also, it's supposed to allow us mentally to know what its weaknesses are to spells.
Oh, very nice. Okay, it is resistant to cold and thunder,
Okay.
which is one of the reasons that other spell didn't do much. It is immune to being poisoned, frightened, blinded, or deafened. And it is also immune to slashing, bludgeoning, and piercing from non-magical weapons.
Okay. So we got to fight it with magic.
So it will take force damage.
Yeah, and
It will-
necrotic,
yeah.
radiant.
Okay.
Okay.
I
But
can hurt it.
Yeah,
And Safkeen's fists are magical at this point, right?
That's right.
that's right. And now she knows that she can punch it.
And you guys don't have any like weak city guards to protect or anything, luckily.
And that is just a cantrip, but I don't have any bonus action I could add to it. So instead, I'm just going to use the rest of my movement to back up. Let's see.
Okay.
15. How much can I?
Why?
What? Why would I back up? Is that what you asked?
You said wise, as in
Oh,
wisdom.
why?
Wise.
You can back up almost to the just to
here,
the
right?
edge. You can't quite get out of the circle of light, but you can get close, right to the edge.
Okay. And I'm going to back up. Be like, go get him, Safkeen. Double thumbs up. So,
All right, that's Yu's turn. On to Lindell. Now you see Cece's pulling the gunk out of Juniper's mouth, holding her up, trying to make sure her windpipe is clear enough to breathe.
Okay, so Lindell's absolutely going to help her do this.
Okay.
Especially with her little halfling hands.
Yeah, easily enough, and then Juniper makes a gasp. She's weak and a little woozy.
Okay, while Juniper is collecting her wits and coming about, Lindell will look with fervent energy to Cece. She'll be like, Bastion only has about a 15-second head start. You saw the two people who closed the safe door on us. I'm assuming Juniper was one of them. Who was the other person? There was only one? Just Juniper? She's the one who closed the door on us. I thought you said there were two people. One was okay and one was not okay. That's right. So who was the other person? Oh, they went up. But who was the other person? Do you know them? Bastion! No. Bastion was the one. He was downstairs. Did he start off here, close the door, and then go downstairs and come back up? Okay, so you saw Bastion and Juniper together, and they're the ones who closed the door on the safe on us. Is that correct? No. They're separate? So Yeah, he's no good. I got that. But she's okay. She's nice. Yeah, I know. But so originally you had said when the door was closing on the safe that there were two people in the room outside of the safe. You said that one was okay and the other was bad. So those two people, just to be clear, were Bastion and Juniper that you saw. Is that correct? You didn't see them. How did you know there were two people then? Bastion and Juniper what? They live here, in this house. Okay. So you just assumed it was Bastion and Juniper, is that correct? Okay, I gotcha.
I was right.
Well, yeah, no, well, that's the
CC,
thing.
you jerk.
I didn't know Lindell was so good at reading lips.
Very
Okay,
good.
yeah, so that's her turn. That's kind of like the exchange. Lindell was concerned that there were three people, that there was Juniper and someone else, and then Bastion as well, who then did this fuck up. But what we're understanding is that there's only been two people, Juniper and Bastion were the two, and we can assume that Bastion stabbed Juniper in the back in perhaps two ways, in polymorphing her and poisoning her, and fled the scene. Well, I stabbed her, yes, but that's beside the point. Okay. Yeah, so that her action will just be to help Juniper come back and to have that quick chat with.
She is stabilized at 1 HP.
And at the moment, the lever is up, but the elevator is down.
That's correct.
Okay, and even in the up position, the elevator isn't returning like on its own.
No, huh? But you did hear the latch of the fence released.
I guess the last thing that Lindell will do, like, should we go after Bastion or should we check on our friends down below? Yeah. So Lindell will try to like reset the lever again to try to make it go up.
Yeah, you go down, nothing happens. You go back up, and it starts to go back up.
Ooh. Sorry, I'm adding more things. But before she flips the lever, can she put like a lockpick or something to block the latch of the fence so it doesn't relock?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a Thieves' Tools check.
Sure, there we go. 28.
You jam it open. It's open forever.
Cool. Awesome. Great. Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
All right. Very good. So next up is Xavier down below, and Genevieve's on deck.
Let's see. What am I gonna do? What have I got left? I'm gonna hit it with an Eldritch Blast again.
Oh, wait. At the beginning of your turn, please roll a strength saving throw.
A strength saving throw?
You feel yourself being pulled towards the creature as you raise out your arms to Eldritch Blast it.
So as a bonus action, when I feel myself being pulled, can I teleport?
Yes, you can.
And I'm gonna go like back here, put my back against the wall.
All right.
And then
yep. All right. So yeah, you start to get pulled towards, and you bamf back to the wall, and then Eldritch Blast. Go ahead and roll to attack.
Do I not feel the pull now? Do I feel like I'm?
You do not.
Okay.
Yeah, you think that light area is probably the area of effect for that pulling motion.
Okay. What'd I get? 10 and an 18. That was terrible.
One of them hit. The 18 hits. Okay. So one goes wide, like glances off of one of the braziers, and then the other one makes contact.
Depending on how
blasting
big it is, I'm gonna try and knock it back through the portal.
Okay.
Can I do that?
You can.
13 force damage.
All right. Hang on just a second. All right. 14 points of damage. That's force.
13.
And it rolls 13. And then it rolls what is it, a strength save?
I don't think it gets one.
It just gets knocked back 10 feet?
Yeah, let me see. Eldritch Invocations, Agonizing, Thirsting Blade, Repelling Blast. When you hit a creature with an Eldritch Blast, you can push the creature 10 feet away from you in a straight
You push it back through the portal.
Yes.
There's
Yay!
now just a band of light coming through the
I'm
portal.
just going to keep trying to push it back through every round. I'm just going to try to keep hitting it with Eldritch Blasts and keep it in
Right.
there.
Yes. Yes.
You can see
yes.
that intense light, but in the swirling of the smoke of this other plane, it is hard to make out what your target is. I will mention that. Okay, next up, Genevieve.
All right. Seeing the thing go back through, she's going to focus just on what she's been doing the whole time. Well, for one turn at least, trying to smash that crystal. So, gonna ring her bells, swirling them around each other to start to generate up a level 1 chaos bolt. And
Very nice.
fling it towards the crystal. Okay,
All right, very
so-
well. So,
It's supposed to roll to hit, right?
yeah, if it's an attack roll.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's 17 to hit the crystal, which is not moving.
17 hits.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So I always forget the breakdown of this.
So you
2d8
hurl an
Whoa.
undulating, warbling mass of chaotic energy at the crystal. It takes 2d8 plus 1d6.
Okay. So the 2d8 add up is 5 and 7. And the 6 is the 6. Ooh, so 5, 7, and 6. But I got to choose from the 5 and 7 which damage I want it to be, right?
Right, either lightning or psychic.
We'll go for lightning. Lightning.
Lightning it is. Okay. Yeah, a bolt of lightning comes out from Genevieve, striking the crystal for, what was it? How much points of damage?
18.
18.
5 plus
Very
7
nice. A giant crack goes through the entire form of the crystal from floor to ceiling, making a gigantic.
Yes.
It's still intact.
Damn it.
Okay. Then
It's a major
keep-
major hit, but still intact.
I'm going to keep running because I don't like that this portal is here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm now over here. And
All right.
there we go.
All right. Next up is Juniper at 1 point of health. She is terrified, going to look at the two of you and go, and her eyes get wide, and she backs up into the corner of the room, huddled, grabbing her knees and rocking back and forth slowly.
Oh shit! Not this.
Similar to the state you saw her in during the scry. Next up is Safkeen.
Safkeen will. She'll keep her gust of wind up in case that thing comes through with its vapor.
Yep.
She can't see it anymore, right?
Roll a perception check.
As if she doesn't want to go into the portal if she can help it. Ooh, 16?
16. Yeah, you can see its glowing, massive blue energy core kind of glowing on the other side of these whirling, swirling clouds of smoke. It's about maybe 7 feet back from the entrance.
Okay. Where's the entrance again?
Right in the middle of the room, just on the edge of the crystal. About 10 feet from you? No.
Okay.
About 7 feet, honestly.
Can I move to stand in front of the portal? Like, not like right in front, but like 5 feet away, but like that direction.
Yeah, I mean, you can get right up to it, right next to your cone of air. Just 5 feet of movement towards. And then you'd be about 10-ish feet from the creature.
Can I move a bit closer than that?
Not without going through the portal.
Oh, okay. Okay, but when it comes through the portal,
You're going to be the first thing it sees.
Okay. Okay, she'll
For
move.
better or worse.
Yeah.
Would you like to hold your action?
Yeah, and then she's gonna hold an unarmed strike.
All right, holding an unarmed strike. Next up is Cece, who kind of gets up and watches Juniper crawl into the back corner of the room, looks at Lindell and holds her arms up. Just kind of brushes it off, waving a hand, and then goes over to the elevator shaft. And the gate is open, the thing is up. She's going to go ahead and jump down the hatch.
Okay.
Wait, who jumped down the hatch? Cece?
Cece. Yep. Cece jumps down the hatch. She's going to do an acrobatics check real quick.
Land well.
Natural 1, so she's going to take a little bit of bludgeoning damage, 5 points, as she hits the slope and slides down on her butt, prone.
1. Cece's having a bad day.
She really is. She'll use the rest of her movement to get back up to her feet, and that's her turn. Next up is the creature. Let's see if it can save. What was the DC again on that save?
For the wind?
Yeah.
12.
12. It failed, so does it get knocked back?
Yeah, it goes 15 foot back.
All right. You see it go out of your vision as it disappears further into where it came from.
Good
Oops.
job.
That was very smart.
There we go. All right. Next up is... Well, let's see if it can do anything.
I mean, it can still shoot us through the open portal. But
Yeah, fuck it. It's going to do it.
oh no, don't fuck it.
Just because it's an open hole doesn't mean.
Yeah, we don't need to fuck it. Yeah, the big gaping hole.
It is kind of slit-like. I just.
All right.
What'd you guys do at the Colchester Castle? We fucked it.
It was fun.
We got
We got a reaction now.
Let's see here. A cloud of darkness descends upon the portal, obscuring the crystal and Safkeen.
Uh-oh.
Oh, damn.
That's
Oh
not-
shit!
Right there. Safkeen, your vision goes completely dark. You
Yeah.
can see no light. You cannot see the crystal. None of you. And Safkeen disappears inside this sphere of dark energy.
Man.
All right. Next up is you.
Can I counterspell it? No, dispel magic? Can I dispel magic? I want to try to dispel magic.
You can try to dispel magic, yeah.
I want to dispel magic at what spell slot do I have left? 4th level.
Okay. Yep, that does it. The darkness is gone.
Take that.
Yeah.
You wave your hand and completely just
Nice.
dissipate, just like striking through
Strike it.
it.
There we go.
Three blades of psychic energy just dissipate the darkness.
Run away! I'm going to move away a little bit farther. 5.
Okay. Nice move.
Run away!
All right, so
Oh,
you
but I still have 6 seconds, so I'm going to turn around and see CC, and turn around and guys like, guys, we might have left Lindell with the enemy. The other enemy! The upstairs enemy! There's more.
Cece kind of grabs her head and shakes it a little bit. She's still dazed from the fall. Okay, next up is Lindell.
Okay, so Lindell sees Juniper, and Juniper's gone to like a useless state, right?
She's not catatonic, but she is in a state of shock.
Okay, but she's not trying to run at least, right?
No, she's huddled in the
Okay.
corner, head in
So
her knees.
that can wait for half a second. So Lindell will open up the gate, right? and she'll go to the hatch and she'll poke her head down the hatch because she hasn't. The last she saw down there was nothing. Like she hasn't seen the Eidolons, she hasn't seen the drinkers, she hasn't
No.
seen nothing.
You haven't
So
seen any of it.
She looks down the hatch, and
Mhm.
she sees Cece and the puddle of water and the crystal
Upside
that's
down.
glowing.
At the bottom of your vision, upside down, you see a glowing mass. You see a dark ball that has just been dissipated. A weird band of energy, gusting wind, your friends swirling around this portal that's opened up next to a giant crystal in a blood sigil of a six-pointed star in the center of a room with a giant lich.
Right. Okay, yeah. So she sees all of this. She doesn't see any bad guys, but so Lindell will take the staff off of her back and she'll just kind of drop it down the hole and she'll say, Trevor, I choose you.
Yep.
And she
Before it
drops-
clinks onto the ground, it expands and balloons out into a giant constrictor snake that slithers down next to Cece.
and she says, Trevor, how high is it from the floor to the ceiling?
50 feet.
Like from her to the hatch. Fuck. And there's no ladder leading up.
There is a ladder leading down, like a sewer ladder that's inset into the wall, and it leads down 30 feet to where a platform used to be that has now been dropped down into a slope that goes 20 feet to the floor.
So she's going to get Trevor to make himself into some kind of like ladder or climbing apparatus as best he can as a snake.
Sure.
From the ground to the ladder.
Yeah, he gets his head up there to the bottom of the ladder, maybe a little bit below it. It's a little bit of a drop.
And she'll with her head through the hatch, she'll just yell, "Quick, climb up before any bad guys come through whatever that thing is."
We're all pointed towards it, blasting spells.
And she'll end her turn just like watching through the hatch.
So Trevor Ladder is now
Trevor Ladder
at the bottom of Baba.
Yeah.
Not quite that big.
He
More
is
like
huge,
this.
so he takes up I think a 20-foot by 20-foot space or something. Like,
wow.
Is it really that big? So that was accurate.
Here, let's see. He's technically a huge beast. A large beast is 10 by 10. Oh, huge is 15 by 15.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say that's a
3 squares
bit
by 3
big.
squares.
That's still big.
Yeah, it's still very
Gigantic
big, but
is 20 by 20.
enough to get from the floor up to the bottom of the ladder or close to it.
Yeah.
All right. So
And
Trevor's
then
now on the
watching-
map, and I'm gonna put Lindell on the hatch, so you guys are all on the same screen.
Oh, yes. Oh, I can see both screens. I'm okay if we just leave me like on
Up
the hatch
top?
upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Just put you right there, and then
Yeah,
next up is Xavier. So
Okay.
Xavier, you hear Lindell yell down.
Does it look like Soft Keen is about to be pulled into the portal?
No. If anything, it looks like the light is getting dimmer, like it's
Okay.
being pushed away.
So if she doesn't look like she's in immediate danger, he's going to throw one Eldritch Blast through the portal, kind of blindly, but hoping to hit whatever's on the other side, pushing it further back. And then he's going to throw another Eldritch Blast at the crystal.
From your angle, it looks like the way the gust is angled in, it's actually, you're kind of at 3 o'clock, and you need to be at about 8 o'clock to be able to blast into the portal and hit the thing. Because if you blast into it right now, you'll miss it. It's around a corner.
So I would need to be like over here.
A little lower than that, but yeah,
Okay, so like
maybe
here.
more like 7. Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 60. So I could make it like right here. Would that
That would be
close
enough. Yeah, that would be close enough. To target, I'd have to have you roll a perception check, but I'll still allow you to do that. That's fine.
He's going to teleport here.
Yep.
He's going to throw a wild blast through the portal and then another one at the base of the crystal again.
Oh, okay. Roll the first one with disadvantage to see if you can hit the creature.
Okay. So. Yeah. What did I get? How did I get
That was-
2 27s? I rolled 2 natural 20s. At
2 nat
disadvantage.
20s. Oh my gosh, 2 nat 20s. Oh, wow.
He closes his eyes and goes.
Yeah, and both of them connect
Watch
in
this
ways
trick
you did
shot.
not expect. The first one
Wow.
blasts through.
So
It
do I
makes
do-
contact with
do I do
the
double
center
damage?
of this creature. I'm going to say since you rolled a natural 20 twice, it hit one of the cores.
Yeah.
It hit one of the sweet spots. Since it's a crit. So go ahead and roll damage for the first one, the one that hit the creature.
Okay.
Konnichiwa, Dengi desu ka?
Hi, oh, Genki desu.
Genki desu.
Hi. Genki
Konnichiwa.
desu.
They're saying they do feel well. All right. So I do 20 points of damage.
Yeah, is that doubled?
I rolled 10, so it's 20.
All right, you see a blast of energy, and the light intensity grows as it shines through, but then slowly dissipates as the creature is pushed backward again by this blast, and one of its weak spots is damaged heavily.
And then the other one, I got only 4. It looks like 4 points of worse damage to the.
So doubled to 8.
Yeah.
All right, 8 points of damage to the crystal. Very nice. You managed to chunk away a little bit of from the crack that Genevieve made. All right, that's Xavier's turn. Next up will be Genevieve.
All right. She's gonna pinch her eyes and look at that crystal to see the crack, and then just do a quick like dung 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 dung, dung with her bells, and cast Chill Touch to get that hand to go in and like pick away at.
Very nice.
Ooh.
All right, so Chill Touch.
To hit, it is at 18 plus 6, so 24 to hit.
24 hits. Very good. Go ahead and roll damage.
2d8. Oh, 9 damage of 9 necrotic.
9 necrotic. Very nice. Kind of like an ice cube melting. You just melt away with your necrotic energy at the center of that crack, and it actually splits the stone slightly. So 9 points necrotic.
Yep.
Bring that down to that. Okay, very good. Anything else?
I'm going to take 1 step back.
All right, 1 step back against the wall. Next up is Juniper, who is
Writhing on the ground.
still kind of rocking back and forth, hugging her knees, but she keeps saying, "I'm Juniper's. I'm Juniper's. I'm Juniper's. I'm real. I'm real. I'm Juniper's." She just mumbles that over and over again, and Lindell's the only person who hears this. All right, next up is Safkeen. You barely see any light coming through the portal now.
Okay. I can't shit. She can't see anything.
So your gust lasts for 10 rounds, right? As long as you maintain concentration?
Yeah.
1 minute? Okay.
She can't use her echolocation because it's in another plane. She will just hold her attack and maintain the gust.
Okay, maintain gust.
Otherwyr does look different to her when she's looking through the portal, though. It's clearer.
Oh.
Do you remember that, DM?
What's that?
When we were down in Otherwyr? When I cast the weakness consecration before, it puts everything into like stark contrast.
Yeah.
She can see
Yeah,
clearer
Saki,
into Otherwyr.
You can see clearly through the portal. It looks like the creature is maybe about 25 or 30 feet back from you. And it is crawling toward, kind of floating, hovering, clawing at the air, still horrified and screaming into the sky this this high-pitched tone. And in this vision of this other plane, you can see now there is a similarly shaped chamber on the other side, and it looks like there are also braziers around this rift.
Mm.
But everything is in a grayscale, except for those 3 glowing motes of energy that are kind of illuminated in the core of this creature.
Okay. In that case, if it's 25 to 30 feet away from me, can I try and use my water whip
Yes, you may.
to like
Uh-huh.
smack one of the moon things?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you're right on the portal, so you can just kind of crack the whip into, and you can see the creature really well.
It has to make a dex save.
All right, dexterity saving throw. That is a... second. Dex save is a 14.
Yeah. Why doesn't it give me... Oh, wait.
I think it succeeds if it matches, right?
Yeah. I'm just seeing if... What's like my...
The attack succeeds if it matches.
That's what I mean.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Yeah, the attack succeeds if it matches. Because you meet its armor class.
Yeah. I think I still... It takes half damage, but I can't pull it. I mean, I don't want to pull it anyway.
Okay, yeah. So it'll still take half damage, half damage from the attack.
I can't move anything.
Okay, so go ahead and roll for damage. As you crack the water whip through and it lashes out, it actually wraps itself around that core.
Yank it out!
17 halved is 8. 8
points of damage. Very nice. Yeah. Let me get to this. Yeah, 8 points of damage, and another one of its cores is ripped out of its chest plate, dispersing a little bit of its corporeal form as you yank back, and it bursts into nothing. The creature is still up, and you can see one more glowing core on the inside.
Okay. Can I... I will... Oh, I don't want to spend my last key point. No, I'll just... stay there.
Stay there? All right. Next up is Cece. Let's see here. Cece's going to use half of her movement to get up. And 5, 10, 15. That's as far as she can get. And there's not really anything she can do. Maybe. Maybe she can. Cece. Where is your character sheet? Okay. Distance is how far? 35.
You can go the distance.
With disadvantage, she's going to throw 2 teleporting daggers at the crystal. The first one misses, hits the floor, and zaps back to her sash that she's wearing, back into the holster. The second one makes contact and lodges itself into one of the cracks, dealing... let's see here. Dealing 11 points of piercing damage, and that is magical, so it takes. And then the dagger teleports back into her holster. So the crystal took 11. Okay. And that is her turn. On to the creature, who's going to roll its strength save. It makes it, so it's going to use its movement. Flying against the current of that gust. And 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, no problem. It's going to head back through the portal. When it does, Safkeen, you see it emerge back on the other side, right in front of you, trying to fly upward. And now you are bathed in its light again, but the vapor is still being blown back into Otherwyr. All right. So Safkeen, you get to roll to attack, I think. Did you take a... Oh, no, wait. You used your water whip.
Yeah. I didn't hold my attack.
So yeah, it's going to float upward another 10 feet above you.
There's no attack of opportunity?
Yeah, as it floats up. Yeah, you'll get an attack of opportunity as it leaves your range. There we go. All right, so go ahead and roll to attack as it floats upward.
Is she punching it as it flows over?
Yeah, you'd be punching it.
Literally punching up.
24 to hit.
24 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. So as you strike into its body, aiming for that last mote of energy, you feel a searing pain, almost like it is burning with a radiant energy, and it burns your flesh. I need you to make a a Constitution saving throw. But go ahead and roll your damage first.
Do I add my modifier?
Yeah, just your unarmed strike, normal punch.
10.
10 points of damage. You strike that core and it bursts, but you are still going to have to make that Constitution saving throw.
16.
16 fails, unfortunately. You take... as it explodes in a 5-foot radius around it, almost like an overheating core of a nuclear reactor. It just sears your flesh.
Okay.
Trying to find the right die. Okay, here we go. So,
hoping it'll be
you take 27 points of radiant damage.
Okay. That's okay.
Whoa.
I haven't taken any yet, so.
As it explodes in your face.
Yeah.
Does it make a noise when it explodes?
The high pitched like screaming yields, and instead you hear this kind of almost like a power source humming as it dissipates into nothingness. So the creature is dead, but Safkeen is sizzling all over her body.
Now we need to put her
No,
out.
not my turn. I can't heal. Dang it.
I mean, I'm still fine in terms of my HP.
Okay. Safkeen. It is Yu's turn, right? He's
Don't
gonna
worry, I'm
sidestep,
only
so
on
she's.
fire a little bit.
I'm gonna sidestep, so I'm not gonna blast
Actually,
Xavier from behind.
It is actually a 30-foot radius, but because I didn't catch it, I'm not going to do it. You guys are pretty close to outside that range anyway. I'd say it's kind of the sigil's radius, so you're okay.
Xavier's right on the edge.
Yeah, you're right on the edge, but I'll say you're far enough away because of the
could've
gust
been bad.
spell. Yeah, we'll say the gust spell is aiding you, and all of the vapor
for the
gets
win.
sucked back through the portal. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, you snatch out the final core, and your eyes are still kind of swirling with this black, cloudy energy from Yu's spell.
You punched an evil nuclear reactor to death.
She has to make a con save, right? To keep it? Does she have to make a con save to keep it?
Oh, because you took damage. Yeah.
Right, so I'll need you to make a con save. Oh, you failed a separate one, I guess, to see if you can maintain.
The gust.
No, I'm
or the
maintaining it though.
nuclei?
She's
Oh,
not
yeah,
maintaining
so-
the spell. I'm maintaining the spell.
You're maintaining the spell,
fine.
so yeah, you're fine. Good
I've
point.
taken no damage.
All right.
Does my gust still stay up? If I've taken damage?
That's what you need to roll for. Yeah, roll the con save to see if you can maintain the gust.
Ooh, 22.
22, no problem. So the gust is still up. The vapor's still being blown into Otherwyr. And now you're just in the room with the crystal and some dead Eidolon corpses. Next up is you, Arbernell.
So that thing just flashed and exploded in front of us.
Yep.
Ah!
And that was on a reaction from Sofkeen. Great job.
No.
That's awesome.
Use
Good
this.
job.
Yeah. Smart. Sidestep around Xavier so she doesn't blast him. And just because we haven't tried it yet, she's going to, instead of doing necromantic, do firebolt. It's going to aim at the crack where she saw Cece throw her dagger and where Jen's been hitting. Where are my dice? And it's a natural 1 because she's so distracted.
What's the total?
Oh, yeah, I am just trying to hit a giant crystal, aren't I?
Yeah. It's not automatically a fail always when you roll a 1, depending on the skill.
It's a +8, so it's a 9.
9, just barely. Something distracts you. Probably watching Sofkeen grip this molten core that, what do you call it? Like nuclear fallouts in her hand as it just singes and burns her.
Okay, I'm done. That's my action.
Okay. Any movement? All right.
No,
Next
I'll
up
just stay
is
here.
Lindell, and Xavier's on deck.
Okay, so she's gonna turn to Juniper or Juniperest. Be like, darling, don't worry, it'll all be okay. We're gonna take good care of you. I just need to make sure that my friends are all right, and don't worry, we'll make sure you get to safety. It's gonna be
I'm
okay.
Juniper's. Get him out of my head. Get him out of my head. Get him out of my head.
I feel like we need
You have
an
a sleep
exorcist,
spell? You can-
so I'm gonna go get my friend.
you
So
go.
Lindell's going to do the same movement that she had done with the open skylight on the crypt. So she's just gonna grasp the edge of the hatch, and she's just gonna kind of do a front flip and stick her feet to the roof.
Mm-hmm. Easy enough.
Yeah, and I'm assuming the roof is like fairly flat, uninhibited.
Yeah, it's just stone. Yeah, it's
Flat
just
stone.
large stone blocks that are
Yeah,
a
so
little
she
bit
sticks her
dusty and
feet
cobwebby.
to the roof, and she sees that she watched Safkeen do this epic punch to this Nova thing, and she's not super smart, but she's smart enough to pick up the vibe that obviously we need to deal with this crystal before they're going to escape. That seems pretty obvious at the moment. Because no one has turned to run since she has said her last thing. So she's going to flip down, and she's going to run along the roof 30 feet here,
Right.
and it's
A little
50
in front of
feet
CC.
down.
Yep. It's
Right?
50 feet down.
Okay. So then, I guess, do I want to dash so I'm close enough to the crystal? Next turn? Yeah, that's what I'll do. She'll just use her action to dash.
Okay.
So she's 50 feet up, but that way
Yep.
then she's so then she's within 60 feet, so she can do something next round.
Yeah, the crystal's maybe about the whole formation about 20 feet tall. So it's still 30 feet below you.
So here.
Zeta, when we destroyed the last one, did it explode?
Yeah, it turned into a black hole. Explode. That's an interesting idea. No, I think it imploded. Didn't it
Okay.
suck into itself?
I thought so, but I'm just worried about people who may be close and break this thing, and it.
Yeah, that's true. We should get Sofkeen out of there. I should have yelled that on my turn. Soft King, get out of there! The last one imploded.
And Sofkeen would know that.
Yeah. Okay.
Would I remember that? Okay.
Okay, Lindell, you used your dash. Is that your turn?
That's my turn. Yeah.
All right. Next up is Xavier, Genevieve on deck.
Okay. Xavier is going to aim 2 more Eldritch Blasts at it, but he's thinking somewhat of himself, and he is going to try and hit the tip of one of the crystals, and he's purposefully trying to fling it back out of the range of the sigil. So he's trying to knock a chunk of crystal like way back over. He's trying to damage it, but he's trying
trying to knock off a piece and get it to fly over. Okay.
That way, in
yeah,
case
go
it
ahead
does,
and...
you might still have a chance to grab one of the pieces of the Mind Stone, because I bet it's great for alchemy. All right.
Go ahead and roll 2 attack rolls, and then roll your 2 damage rolls. That would just get them all out of the way. Is that 2 natural 20s again? Oh no, that was the last one. That's
Nope.
4 and
Yeah,
an 11.
Wait.
What
No,
was
Did
the
you seriously?
it's not a nat 20. It's a I got a 13 plus 7.
Oh,
so.
dirty 20. Dirty 20. Got it. Okay. Yeah, both hit. No problem. Blast. You managed to chunk
For
off a
some
piece.
reason, sometimes it's only rolling 1d10, even though, well, I guess it would. Yeah. Okay. No, those are right.
Okay, so
15.
15 points of damage. That's enough to chunk off a piece that flies backward and lands on the ground on the other side, about 15 feet away, right here.
Damn, I didn't get it far enough. Okay. Anyway, that's fine.
All right. Is that your turn, or are you going to move?
He's actually going to teleport again. 5, 10, 15, 30. Yeah, he's gonna teleport like over here.
Okay.
He's anticipating that chunks may go flying when they destroy this thing.
And then next is Genevieve.
Okay.
Stop
I'm gonna
keying, you're on deck.
move First to. I can't move. Oh, it's a ruler. That's why. All right. I'm gonna move over here beside you, where Xavier just teleported away from.
Yep.
And be like, is it done? Do we need to destroy the crystal to get rid of the portal? She's gonna ask.
Yes. Attack the crystal.
So she's gonna reach into her pocket though and not attack, and instead clutch her and hold it, trying to get as much energy out as she can, regaining a 3rd level spell slot. Thank you, Pearl.
Nice.
Yay.
So that's your
Okay, and
action.
That's my action for that.
Then
one.
you will
And
just
I
turn to you
am-
incredulous.
I need to charge. I'm running low.
All right. So next up is Juniper, who's going to continue to mumble to herself. Lindell is now down below, so nobody knows what's happening. Next up is Safkeen.
Should Safkeen move away from the crystal if it's going? What's
Punch
going
the
to
crystal
implode on
and
itself?
run
Okay, fine. I will
You-
punch the
did you-
crystal and then
oh.
run away.
All right, very
Yay!
good. Go ahead and roll to attack.
Goodness.
Not a high DC.
23.
Yeah, no problem. Are you going to roll both fists?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right. Go ahead and roll a second attack roll.
Another 23.
Oh
Very
my
nice.
God,
and then
he's
go
gonna
ahead and roll
punch the
damage for
shit
both as you
that
just start to
crystal.
pummel the crystal.
5 and 8. So 13.
5 and 8, 13 points of damage to the crystal.
Can I do an unarmed strike? Bonus?
Yes, you may. Yeah,
Okay,
pieces
just
of it
make-
are just chunking off of it now, almost like a salt block that you're just smashing into.
15 to hit.
15. Yeah, 15 hits.
If it looks implodey, run away. Oh no.
10 points.
10.
A massive chunk of this crystal cracks apart and shatters all over the floor. The ground rumbles a little bit underneath you, and you can see more cracks starting to splinter from it, but it's not completely destroyed.
Can Safkeen back up about 15 feet?
Yes, you may. Let's see here.
Maybe.
So 5, 10, 15.
I back up 20 feet, actually.
Yeah, one more. All right, so that's Safkeen's turn. On to Cece, who's going to throw a couple more daggers after moving to a better position on the other side of that puddle. All right, 2 more daggers. Same daggers. One hits, one does not. They both teleport back. She chunks another piece off for another 9 points of damage. Pieces are just raining off of it now. It looks like it's on its last bits as it hangs on. Next up is you, Auburnell. Cece's going to use the rest of her movement to back up. She can get another 5 or 10, I think.
You wants to run over to here to where the blood ward was broken with the water. Looking at it as a wizard, because now that she's thinking that this might implode and create a black hole, is there any way that she thinks she could repair this with her own blood? Because she'd totally do that.
If you could dry up that puddle, because
it's just too wet.
There's like 35 gallons of water in a puddle that is kind of obscuring a 15 by 15 foot square.
Oh, right, and she poured more. I was about to say, well, most of the
Genevieve
water's on
smeared
Xavier,
it around, and Xavier rolled around in it on fire, and it's pretty messy.
So we're just not gonna mess with that.
I can't.
It's pretty fucked. Your
enough.
wizard opinion is it's pretty fucked.
Safkeen could freeze it, and then you could bleed over top of it, right?
Oh, connected through.
I don't have enough key points to do that.
To freeze it.
Or to move it. Or...
Then
you leave me
will.
for an hour.
For an hour, we could all use an hour. I think all of our characters.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So he's like, "Oh, fuck, that's not gonna work." So she'll hold out her dagger and tell Word Dog to not come through this portal before we can break the thing and told it dead. I can't tell the dead. Oh yeah, it's not alive. It doesn't have wisdom.
True.
Yeah, then why you say it failed? Oh, you failed. It failed. We all failed. 6 + 2, 8 points of necrotic.
David, I think you're muted.
As it begins to dissolve down to just its base crystal from the necrotic energy. How much damage? 8.
Everybody move back, move back, move back!
Yeah, it's a pile of chunks that just begin to rattle the ground again, as you can see. Almost like a little tornado of energy start to swirl around a little bit, picking up pieces of the crystal, chunks of the tiled floor, particles of blood just kind of begin to swirl a little bit in a 5-foot space around the rift. Is that your turn, you?
Head for the Trevor ladder! Yes, that's my turn.
All right. So top of the round, you guys begin to see bands of light from about 5 different directions, dimly light little strips of light out onto the tiled floor that is now being pulled up by this whirlwind. Looks like about 4 or 5 more of these creatures are approaching, and quickly. You hear the high-pitched moan of their screams begin to fill the the catacomb and chamber and echo a little bit inside. Lindell, what would you like to do?
Okay. I guess I'll use a spell slot for this shit. Fine. So she's going to retreat as instructed.
Yeah.
30 feet, so she can get there. So as she retreats and she stops, she's only like 15 feet from the hatch on the roof, upside down. She clutches her fairy amulet of the Spriggan, and she holds out both hands as she casts. Nope, didn't prepare it. Totally forgot. Yep. Yep, didn't prepare the battle spells. Okay, retro.
She goes to pull out a spell, and her hands are empty. Oh no! I left it back at the.
Forgot to prepare the battle spells. Anyways, before she moves, she'll cast Toll the Dead. There we go.
Okay,
That's
Toll the Dead. Very well. Yeah, it fails.
Okay, lovely. So then it's damaged, so it takes 2d12. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay.
And it's psychic?
It's necrotic. Damage.
Necrotic, my bad. Yep.
Oh, I clicked it twice, sorry. So yeah, 17 points of necrotic damage, and as she's just running back to the hatch.
The crystal completely dissolves onto the floor in a slurry of blood that just begins to swirl up in a tornado now. As it builds and builds 10, 15, 20 feet, you begin to feel yourself being pulled into it, Lindell, even up on the ceiling as you back up. But you're far enough away that it doesn't pull you in. Everyone else... let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Xavier, you're okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. Genevieve, roll a strength save. 5, 10, 30. You roll a strength save. 5, 10, 15,
strength.
Safkeen, roll a strength save. As the hole in the center of the room begins to suck inward on itself, the portal actually opens up in front of it. And now you can see into the realm of Otherwyr. It looks identical to this room. On the other side, you see a familiar room that looks like a pedestal of sorts on a rock surrounded by molten lava. You can see the shattered remnants of a Mind Stone you have encountered once before. And you can see the glowing motes of energy coming from the tortured cores of these creatures that are quickly rushing toward the entrance. As the beginning, or the center of this room with the sigils and the floor tiles, the altar, the braziers all begin to crumble and create a giant black hole in the center of this space.
I thought this would close the portal, not open it further. Sorry.
Genevieve, how'd you do?
2.
I rolled.
Oh no. Somebody
All
again.
right. Genevieve is pulled 10 feet towards the black
Only
hole
10.
inside of the sigil. You?
12.
You are also pulled 10 feet in towards the center. Safkeen?
14.
14, you resist. You stay on the outside, clinging to the tile beneath you. Xavier and Cece are just out of the range. You can feel your cloaks and outfits start to be pulled in, but you steady yourself as the tornado black hole in the center of the room builds and builds. All right. Next up is Xavier.
Shit. Okay. What happened with the last one? Did it eventually like implode and plug itself? Like, did it just keep getting bigger and bigger and we ran away from it?
Didn't we
You don't know, but you ran away from it.
Grandmother opened a portal that we GTFO'd out of.
That's right.
Okay, so you's just yelling, Granny!
You hear a voice. It is not your grandmother, but it is someone
Oh, no.
very familiar to you.
No, don't let it be Ordog.
Is it Ordog?
Is this reward
You're not
for feeding
sure.
him lithobolia? Is he gonna
In the
say that?
chaos of the room, you're not sure exactly who it is, but you do hear a voice emanating from the portal.
Can I understand what it's
Okay.
saying?
Roll a perception check. Actually, not until your turn. Xavier.
Oh.
Okay, so a couple of questions. So my friends are being pulled toward the crystal, and they can't seem to move it.
The crystal's gone. They're being pulled into what looks like a black hole that is pulling in the blood, the floor tiles, the crystal shards, everything.
Crap. Okay. What do I have? Who am I close to who's being pulled in?
Genevieve is the closest.
I think I got this though, Kit, for myself and Seda. If that helps. Table talk.
That's fine. You can meta.
Okay, then he is going to, if there are any chunks of Mind Stone near him, he's going to try and snatch one up or use a mage hand to grab one, and then he is going to far step the fuck out of the way.
Investigation check.
Investigation. Did not roll.
There are shards blowing around in a circle. None of them are close enough to you. But if you want to step forward into the event horizon of this black hole, you might be able to snatch one out of the air.
That seems like a reasonable course of action to him. He's going to step forward and try to grab one of the chunks.
You
and
kind of
then
hunker down
teleport.
like you're skating on roller skates, and you just slide through the bloody sigil 10 feet forward. You let it pull you in as you reach out to grab one of the crystal shards. Go ahead and roll a dexterity check for me.
A what check?
Dexterity.
Can I do acrobatics? Since he
You cannot.
knows he's going into it, like he prepares for it.
I would say do an acrobatics check if you want to stay on your feet, but if you want to grab a piece of crystal, dexterity.
Okay.
I would let you do athletics. Because this is like playing baseball, sliding across wet grass in the outfield.
No, we're just gonna do dex, I guess.
All right,
How do I roll?
dex it is.
I just want
D20 plus your dex bonus.
to roll that. Do that.
You snatch
roll?
one shard, a medium-sized shard of this Mind Stone crystal. You have it in your possession.
He's gonna bonus action teleport. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. He's gonna teleport over here. Boop.
Easy enough. That's Xavier's turn. Unless you've got movement after you teleport, or does it sacrifice your movement?
No, it doesn't sacrifice my movement. I've got movement, but he's not gonna leave the room until he knows his friends are getting out. He
Got
won't
it.
leave.
Okay. Next up is Genevieve. What would you like to do?
So unlike Xavier, Genevieve is going to try to get out of the room, not waiting for her friends to.
Right.
Wait.
Am I in difficult terrain right now, or is it regular to walk?
It's regular.
All right. So Jen's
Although
going
start
to...
of your turn, hang on, start of your turn, roll another strength saving throw.
Fuck.
Oh no.
Not strong, guys.
We're the two squishiest, least strong
Yeah, we don't really have a big
characters.
tank other than Safkeen. Like,
7.
You are pulled 10 feet closer to the portal. And you are now swirling in the gust spell of Safkeen.
Oh, self-control. Oh, she didn't drop that.
Nothing happens yet.
Yeah.
You are like right on the apex of it, like trying not to get pulled into the gust.
So now I'm in difficult terrain.
I'd say, yeah, now you're in difficult terrain. And also you're staring down the molten cores of 4 more of these creatures that are approaching through the portal that has opened up slightly.
I'm going
In
to
a
whip my head
whirlwind
around
of
and
debris. Yeah, go ahead.
running towards you.
Okay.
And as I'm running, I'm going to grab my bells and start singing, "We're too close for comfort." And cast, as soon as you reach out and touch her and cast Thunder Step, leaving a big boom behind us.
Yeah. You hear the distant voice of someone, again, very familiar to you, saying, "Stop! Wait, you!" And massive blast of thunder as the thunder step goes off as Genevieve grabs you. And where are you going to go?
It's 120 feet, so can I go just up through the portal at the top there? The porthole at the top?
Yes, you may. Yep.
I can't resist. Can I resist?
Does it say a willing creature?
Can bring along objects. Yeah, willing creature.
Are you willing?
Oh.
Did I recognize the voice before she grabbed me?
Roll
DM?
perception.
If I-
It's still not your
You're
turn.
waiting for my turn. I know. Because I know who it is, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you know who it is.
Don't be willing.
You is not willing. She is gonna
Then Genevieve
flip
goes
that
alone.
grasp.
Boom,
You're
and
taking-
Genevieve is now at the top of the portal.
So
Without
now
that
you
means-
take thunder damage?
Yes.
3d thunder damage. Thunder damage for you. Oh, she got to do a con save first. Con
Yeah,
save.
go ahead and roll a Constitution save as the spell goes off and you are blasted with a thunderous energy.
Crap.
And Jen, I'm going to move you to the top of the room.
I tried to get us.
Advantage on spells.
Actually, hang on a second.
18.
Lindell made the elevator come back down. You hit your head on the bottom of the elevator, Jen.
No, it's up. It's up.
It's up?
Right?
Oh, yeah,
she
yeah.
went
You
through
went
the hatch.
1,
It's
2 to make it go back
Yeah.
up. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're at the top of the hatch. Sorry about that.
Perfect. Thank you.
How much damage did you
So,
take?
did you save?
Wait.
Today? Oh, yeah,
My
right?
con roll was an 18. My save roll was
So-
an
You're good,
18.
you're good.
Probably saved, but does she take half?
Yeah, it's half damage. So
Okay.
hold on.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and roll 3d10.
There we go. Shit.
Oh no.
Okay.
23.
So
23
half
thunder
would be
damage.
11. 11 thunder damage.
11. Okay.
That's
I can
better.
survive 11. I'm not that squishy. We can
And
Really
is she
sick.
deaf? Is she deaf? No, she's saved, so
She-
she's not deaf.
Thunderous
I
boom.
don't-
We can bring along
I
objects.
don't know. If that's-
This one doesn't have a deafening.
There's no
effect
deafening.
to it.
Okay, all right, that's fine. All right, so that's Genevieve's turn. On to Juniper, who's going to continue to foam at the mouth and rocked in place in the corner. And now Soft Keen. So you've just seen you resist the thunder step.
Okay. Wait, where am I? Okay. Where's you?
She is at the edge of the puddle on the other side from you, about 20 feet away. 15 feet away.
Okay. Nothing's come out of the portal yet, has it?
No, but the light is intensifying as the black hole is also intensifying.
Okay. Safkeen will move here to like in front of you in case something jumps out and she can punch it.
Okay. When you enter that space, you feel yourself being sucked in towards this black hole. It's a very strong, intense pull.
Oh.
You think you can maintain it for maybe about 6 seconds.
The
Ooh.
gust.
No, the hanging on to not being pulled into it.
Oh, okay. Oh, I wish I had more key points because then I could just ice around my feet and then not move.
Oh,
I don't know.
smart.
I don't have enough key points. Ugh. I need a short rest. Can I just fall asleep?
We are so exhausted. The whole team is so tired.
Yeah. This has been a very long day.
She'll just stand there and hope that the ghost will keep those monster things away for now.
Standing in between you and the portal. All right. Next up is Cece, who is going to kind of do a double take. The portal with the massive black hole, you and Sofkeen, snake ladder. You and Sofkeen, snake ladder. She opts to go for the snake ladder, so she's going to do an acrobatics check to get up. She gets pretty close to the top. She's about 10 feet away from the portal, climbing up the ladder. Next up is you, Abernell. Please roll a strength check. Or a strength, saving throw, right? Yeah, saving throw, sorry.
17.
Oh,
You manage to stay put. The black hole's pull is intensifying, and now you can roll your perception check.
Okay, so it's perception. Do I get a plus to perception? I don't remember. No, 16. Do I?
Go to-
What am I? Okay.
Go to sidebar. Everybody, we'll be right back.
I gotta take off of this one, guys. I gotta go. I'm sorry.
Okay, all
I've stayed
right.
next.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye, Brian.
bye.
Hey. No. Try again.
Hello.
Okay.
All right, so you hear the voice of Garamond echoing from behind these creatures that are getting closer to the portal. He's saying, stop. Enter. I need to finish your training. And with your perception check, you also see a glimmering sword laying on the floor on the inside of this portal where the previously destroyed Mind Stone was in this lava-filled chamber.
Heck yeah. If I know what I'm gonna do.
Okay, what do you want to do?
Oh well, I'm gonna do it with them. But I was going. Okay.
All right, we'll go back to general.
So you is behind Sofkeen. She's gonna run up behind Sofkeen and shove her carved cup into Sofkeen's hands from behind, and just say, "I'll catch up with you later." And then she's just gonna sidestep and bolt for the portal.
It's almost effortless as you begin to fly toward the portal, being willingly sucked through now. Roll a...
Can we have a reaction to this at all?
Yeah.
Unfortunately...
No, action was sidestep. It can't be...
Unfortunately,
Step back, step pivot. Got it.
If none of you have a reaction or a spell you can cast as a reaction, there's nothing you can do.
Hang on a second.
No, she's not falling.
Sofkeen, you could see you as hostile and take a reaction to do an opportunity strike, an attack of opportunity, if you would like, as she moves out of your range, being sucked towards the portal.
While I'm right here.
Yeah, right there.
Can I jump off to her or leap?
You can, but not until your turn.
Okay.
All right, so
grab her.
you are sucked into the portal, and you are now staring down 4 of those creatures that have surrounded you on this platform where the Mind Stone was destroyed. On the other side of them, you see a cloaked figure pull back his hood, very familiar, and he yells out some words in a language that only you understand, and a burst of light comes forth, vaporizing all 4 of those creatures and sealing the portal behind you.
But before it seals, I want you to hear, "Ooh, a sword!"
Sofkeen, you see you bend down to pick up what looks like a silver sword, very familiar in its design, as the portal A blast of light goes over Yu's back as she bends over and seals the portal. The black hole continues to build, and you are now in the event horizon of it.
Ooh, the portal and the black hole are two different things? You didn't
Yes.
even know that.
Portal's gone. You is gone.
Oh.
Okay.
All that remains is the black hole in this chamber.
Okay.
Next up is Xavier.
Xavier is going to take a 5-foot step. He is going to let loose, and as he does, he's going to say, "I'm very sorry," as he lets loose with a vine whip, and he's going to try and snag Softkeen and pull her back toward him.
Go ahead and roll an attack roll.
Do I have to do it at maximum power? Can he put just like a gentle?
You can
current
feign it a little bit if you'd like. It's just to
So
see
that-
if it can hit.
to like, I just don't want to do the full damage if I don't have to.
You don't have to do any damage. I'll say that you can use it as a
I can
whip and
pull the
pull.
thorns back out of it. Okay.
Right, like lassoing her.
Yeah,
But go ahead and roll an attack roll just to see how well it does.
People hurt people, Xavier.
They hurt the ones they love.
They do.
A few feet of it wrap around her waist.
Okay. And I can use the vine whip to pull someone at your command toward a creature and make a spell attack. If it hits, the creature takes damage. I'm not doing damage. If the creature is large or smaller, you can pull the creature 10 feet closer to you. So magically, I am going to just yank her back out of
Yep,
the...
you yank her back 10 feet from the whirling... I think that's 10. From the whirling, swirling black hole that's now encompassed about 25 to 30 feet of the center of this room. She's just on the edge of it as you pull her backward.
Softkeen's just going to be like, yeah!
Kicking and screaming as she
We
was
will
pulled
find
back.
another way into Otherwyr to get her back, but right now we're going to be eaten by the black sphere if we don't get out of here.
All right. All of you have cleared the event horizon, so I'm going to say now we are out of turn order. It is going to continue to build unless you escape.
Shit, we have to get all the children out.
Well, how bad is this going to get?
We never really stopped to figure it out last time. I don't
Like, is it going to consume the whole castle, or is it just going to consume this room?
You can see now the floor tiles are starting to give way, and it's starting to pull up dirt from the floor beneath, and
Cool,
stone and rock,
yep.
and the pillars are crumbling
I will,
into this massive black hole that's just sucking up everything.
Okay,
will-
okay.
I'll have to stop here for the night, but
All right. We'll do the Great Escape next time. So
Okay.
we'll go ahead and end there. You is now on another plane of existence for the foreseeable future until her postal job calms down.
Krampus, if I get sucked to Otherwyr.
Oh yeah, where's Krampus? What the hell's going on with Krampus?
Krampus
He's
is
still
keeping an
back
eye.
on the.
Yeah.
When you leave this
Keeping an
plane
eye
of
on Orphan?
existence, Krampus poofs.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But your conjure familiar or whatever is still up. You can snap him back into existence at will.
I want to tell
Oh,
him.
to me in
Okay.
Otherwyr.
David,
Gotcha.
Ronan has a question for you, apparently.
Oh, hi, Ronan. Sorry.
We figured out what this means.
Yes, we finally watched.
Oh,
it.
yeah, you did?
It
Nice,
means
nice.
kill it. It
Yes,
means
it does mean kill it.
That was a good episode, by the way. I really
Wasn't
liked
it? Oh my
was-
gosh, he's Timothy
love-
Oliphant. It
I
is
love the
just
X-Men
so good.
fighter cops that pulled him over. For...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh.
Very awesome.
We've got to go, but yeah.
Okay.
I'll,
All right, so we'll pick up next time with the escape from the black
Yay.
hole at the bottom of
Good night,
Hoppsmiller
guys.
Castle.
Love you
Thank you guys. Love you guys. See you next time.
Have a good night.
Bye. You too.